Greetings from Cambridge. Today we are going to explore on the second day of opening on Tuesday the 30th of July. No, I got that wrong. Tuesday the 30th of June 2026. Have a look at this. We explore Cambridge South. Yeah, I'm on the train to Cambridge South for the first time. Visit costing me in a reduced price of £2.30. Hopefully I'll get there in time. And by the way, that is for a returned ticket for £2.30. So this train does have a electric hookup where you can charge your phones, and a USB port there and a plug to go with it. You can see, of course, the other track where the other train would go towards the other direction.
Stevenage, Nebworth, Welling North, Welling Garden City, Hansfield, Potters Bar, Alexandra Palace, Finsbury Park, and due to arrive in London King's Cross at 18:23. Can I also draw your attention to the safety notices that are displayed throughout the train, and could you please take a few moments of your time to familiarise yourself with their contents. Foxton, Shepworth and Meldreth are all 4 coach platforms. This is an 8-coach train, therefore any passengers requiring Foxton, Shepworth or Meldreth will need to be in the front 4 coaches in the direction of the train. This is your 16-54-hour service to London King's Cross, calling all stations as far as Hansfield, followed by Potters Bar, Alexandra Palace, Finsbury Park, and finally London King's Cross. Cambridge South will be the next station stop. Thank you.
This train will depart in approximately 10 minutes.
Cambridge South today. Thought I'd check it out. Second day of running. The coffee shop is just down here. I've just got off the train now. Cost me £2.30 a return on a discounted rate. And this is the view from the top here. You can use the stairs, but I prefer to use the lift just up here. Platform, of course, to get back into Cambridge on that side. And over here is the train that will go straight to King's Cross and Liverpool Street Station of London. Well, the actual station itself is Great British Railways. So, yeah, it's the first station, Cambridge South, of British Railways, which is amazing. Lovely view from the top here. It's quite easy to navigate around eventually. It is quite new, by the way. I'm just waiting for a lift here. Wondering to press the right one on the right side here. Could be either way of the coin here, because I wonder which doors are going to open. That's the weird thing. You press on the left hand side, the other doors open. I find that very weird. It happens a lot in Cambridge and many other places that I've been to, lifts like this. At least these lifts are working. I'll just quickly say, because you might not be able to read that very well, 20 people only allowed in this lift, or essentially 1,500 kilograms weight. That's quite a huge amount, really, to be crammed up in one lift here. And it's quite confusing, like most lifts are. This one's the one that is open. A lovely seating outside here, by the way. When I actually mean complicated, it means, of course, you go in one door and then out the other. Just in case you're thinking they are police officers, they are enforcement officers just there on hand. And that is the Gourmet and Kitchen next to the Cambridge South entrance there. and boy, it was well worth a coffee for £4 or so. But the good news is we are treated to a lovely little area next to the Cambridge South. So I've finished my live TikTok here at Cambridge South here, which has been broadcast on the BBC Look East when it first opened. I think it was yesterday I saw it on the BBC Look East. I didn't actually get interviewed by them, but there you go. I thought they'd be here today, but of course not to be. Where are they? Where are they? But yeah, that's mainstream media for you. But I only saw a little bit on the Anglia News. They didn't even cover much of it either. They didn't even say there was a coffee shop just literally behind me, which has now closed. It was open long enough, but yeah, it's £4 of coffee, by the way. Currently card at the moment, but of course, during the end of the week, they will be having cash as well, which is great news for some people who like cash as well. So, yeah, got to have both in this society, haven't we? We do need some England flags up here as well. For any patriots out there. But yeah, I've got to get through these barriers. I've got a ticket to get back, so of course, yeah, I'll be heading back on the train, which only takes about 3 minutes to get to the main train station of Cambridge. So it's great to see that lady from Iran heading towards London King's Cross. Yeah, she was going to London's King's Cross to watch a show today, but she was living in Cambridge, but wants to head back to America. But she was part of working as a pharmaceutical company, whatever that does. But yeah, love to speak to her a bit more here. And if you're watching on YouTube, that one that had a photograph of me, come and meet me again at some point in Cambridge. That'd be lovely to do that. But yeah, from myself here, from Cambridge South, we promise to keep that positivity for you. And earlier there was, of course, some people of the enforcement officers, and I thought they were policemen at the start, but of course they were making sure that no one, of course, forges their way onto a train, probably. It's only about 2:30, so if you can't afford that, then of course, yeah, you might as well go out looking for a job, even for a self-employed one. But anyway, of course, we'll leave that racing for your mind, and as I say, we promise to keep that positivity for you. God bless, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully, there will be one. God bless, and stay safe. And just to correct you, the lady, of course, which I had a photograph at the end of the programme, you'll see in just a moment, so keep watching for that. So, yeah, she kindly agreed with a photograph once I got talking, and what I will say is this, I just wanted to correct you that she was from Iran, not Iran. I think it's a place in India. So we are on our way back to Cambridge train station here. Unfortunately, my camera didn't show it because I didn't turn my camera on at the point of this train, which was a little bit delayed in traffic lights just as we got into Cambridge train station, and it parked right at the other end of the actual train station, so I had to walk a little bit further, which was the unfortunate thing, but that's always the way, isn't it? But whatever you do whilst this camera is rolling, do enjoy the ride. As the announcement says, we are coming into Cambridge, beginning to sound like a train announcer. We are coming into Cambridge, where this train is slightly delayed, but of course it is the last destination of this train. Be sure to take all your belongings and possessions with you at all times. Nah, I couldn't make it as a train announcer. I keep hesitating every so often. But yeah, we're just coming into Cambridge here, where we're just about to stop because of a red light, and that this was explained on the tannoy anyway. Well, I've just arrived at the Cambridge train station here. Looking at the train that I was on there, you can see how far it actually parked there. we thought we'd add a nice little bonus and clips from the train station, which I believe they're going to do some music every Thursday throughout July 2026. But this here is, of course, just something amazing there, as she was just finishing there. We've got more clips, so don't worry, stay with the one you're on. And this was, of course, the 30th of June 2026 we're talking about in this instance here, on a Tuesday, a day before England beat DR Cogno. And exclusively, it was nice to meet Shaman. Well, hopefully I've got the name right there, and if I do ever see her again at some point, then maybe she'll correct me. But yeah, it was nice meeting her. Well, the reason why we had a photograph, because firstly I asked her, and secondly she just got talking to me about going to London for a show. But first she was talking about, is this the train to King's Cross? And she was right.